All right, for the writing center this week, it says, think about a story your teacher has read in class. Plan your paragraph by writing why someone should read this book. Give your second reason and second evidence why. You will write your whole paragraph with your teacher. Okay, I'm going to assign you a book on Epic. Okay, when you open Epic, that book will be there. You're going to read that book. You need to decide, would you recommend the book? Yes, you would tell someone to read it. You would recommend with some cautions. Cautions means some things to be careful of. So yes, you like it, but there are some things that maybe you're not the best. Or 3, would not recommend. You would not tell somebody else to read this. Okay, so you're gonna read the book on Epic and you're gonna circle, would you recommend, would recommend, but it has some things wrong with it, or would not recommend. Then you need to give reasons. Why would you tell someone to read this? Or why would you tell someone to read this but be careful? Or would not tell someone to read this? Why? Okay, my book that I'm choosing is Peter Pan. You are going to read the book on Epic, but my example is Peter Pan. Okay, it says this text is about a boy who never grows up, Neverland. I'm not writing in complete sentences. Now it says I would recommend or not recommend. Remember, you have to choose. Why? Why would you tell someone to read this or not? I would because it is fun to use imagination. I also would tell someone to read this because it has a good lesson. Now I need to give examples, okay? How is it fun to use imagination? How does Peter Pan use imagination? Mermaids and fairies. Second one, I need to give evidence. How does it have a good lesson? Enjoy being a kid like Peter, but you have to grow up like Wendy. Okay, so I'm giving my reasons why I would recommend the book. Why would I tell someone to read this? And I have to give details. So imagination, mermaids and fairies. A good lesson, enjoy being a kid like Peter. You have to grow up like Wendy. You're going to fill out your chart using the book on Epic. Then, day 2. If you are Tinkerbell, nope, sorry, not Tinkerbell, Captain Hook, you are looking at this one, Captain Hook. Okay, you need to fill in the sentence with complete sentences. The text is about a boy named Peter Pan who never wants to grow up. He takes the darling children to Neverland to have adventures. From my point of view, I think the text is interesting. I would recommend this book to a friend. First, I would recommend this text because it is fun to use your imagination. In this text, there are imaginary creatures like mermaids and fairies. Secondly, I would recommend this text because it has a good lesson. For example, enjoy being a kid because it won't always last, but you eventually have to grow up just like Wendy did. In conclusion, this text is a good text and I would recommend it because it uses your imagination and it has a good lesson. That is my example of using this chart that I just filled out to fill in complete sentences. Okay, you are going to do the same.